everybody, it's Sunday night this week at MBE with me and Biggs. So we're here a little bit late tonight, as you can tell when it'll be posted. But so we got basically changeover going on. So this will be they'll run these 8 big 9s next week. We'll probably end up running about, I would say we're probably running 16 big 9s. This is just for starters. They'll get first op in them, so we can get seats and guides. All of it, because we get these raw, so we decide where everything goes, and that way we can police it a little bit better too. So yeah, lots of big 9s. Of course, we know all the different options that we have with those. NA, we do big block world course stuff with that stuff, or endurance racing, I should say. I can't say the customer, you wouldn't want us to do that. But blown applications, turbo application, whatever you need, we can do it on that. Of course, all the super gas, super comp, stuff like that. And Big just had these out. So this is a set of our Pro Extreme heads. So this is like on the Brad Anderson platform. So we have our own head for that. So these have been CNC'd machined. Everything's finished with this. Hat washers are in them. All of that. You can see the real copper beryllium seats, not the brass material that the other guys use. The reason why we put the better seat material in is because the valves are going to last probably 10 times longer. They won't wear. The intake and exhaust, you should never have to grind one because of the better seat material. So we're always about $800 more because of that. But this is op 3. So the next we got, so from here, so this will get all the seat bores, guide bores, spark plugs. All that will be machined in the next op, the finished porting, all of that, and we'll knock seats in them. Then we'll do the finished porting, and then this head will be finished. So we just pulled this out just to show you what we have. We have these on the shelf too. So we offer different versions. We have NHRA legal too for if you're interested in that, for the turbo and the blower and the roots blower stuff and the turbo. So they all have different valve sizes, which I don't know, a little crazy, but anyways. Them and all their wisdom. Okay, we have all that stuff. We got a repair right here. It's a set of big 9s for repair. This is Bob Ingalls and his son raced a set of big 9s, so they chose. We have done work for Bob Ingalls over the years, on and off for a long time, but he even chose big 9s to run on his. So they're just here. They had a little issue in this cylinder right here, so we got a couple seats in them. They'll go back on the CNC machine, and we'll reprofile the chamber. Not a big deal. It's pretty quickie in and out on this. But I will say, Bob Ingalls won NHRA Pro Stock Championships, and I am honored that he chose us and that he's happy with us and happy with the Big 9 for his own racing program that he does with his son. And if you don't know who Bob Ingalls is, look it up. It's Ingles. He's the real deal, to say the least. But anyways, yeah, pretty cool, great guy. Just, yeah, awesome stuff. We got a set SP2s over here. It came in, we had updated these about 12 or 14 years ago. It was a long, long time. And they've been around, so now they're in back, and now another customer bought them, and he's going to put these on a 304 cubic inch comp eliminator motor, 11,000 like 300 RPM, so crazy RPM. But cool, actually, we're doing more and more comp eliminator stuff, which we always do, but I say it that way just because maybe the class is growing. I hope so. It's probably my favorite class because if you can do comp eliminator stuff, it separates the men from the boys. Typically, there's only 3 of us in the country that do this work correctly. And it's always fun to compete against them. I have respect for the other 2. So, yeah, fun stuff. So, but this stuff came in, even though we did it years ago, we were looking for updates for it, and the customer goes, listen, I'll spend whatever you want, I just need it better. There's no updates to do to it. So, all we're going to do is put some hollow stem valves in it for him so we can run that kind of RPM. But it's just an example of, if there's no money to put into it, we won't take your money. I would never do that. We have plenty to work on here. But yeah, so he's going to get off pretty easy, except the valves will be ridiculous expensive. Hollow stem valves are, oh good lord, $300 a piece. So then you got coating on top of that, so $345. So yeah, it gets expensive fast. But it'll save him a lot of money, and he won't be breaking lifters and valve springs and things like that, because that hollow stem will probably take out, man, it'll probably take out 8 grams of weight, probably 7, 8 grams. It doesn't sound like much. It's 10% of the valve weight. 10% of that weight at 11,000 RPM is a lot of weight. It's more than 8 grams. Okay, then we'll go in here. So we're just about finished with this job, so we'll be assembling this week. This is, I believe this is a truck pull application. So this has got the big 9 manifold on it. So this is kind of cool. This 485 class, they run like 10,000 RPM. Like, it's crazy. Oh yeah, 10,000 RPM, a big block, who cares? It's 45 cubic inches. It's 24 seconds of 10,000 RPM. Not like a drag race engine that's, 6 or 7. Like, this is bedlam. It's awesome. I think the truck pull stuff really is probably the best performance-based class we have really in all of North America. I mean, this stuff is badass, and they put all good components in them. And truthfully, the truck puller is just wonderful to work with. I really enjoy the truck pulling stuff. We put a lot of effort into it. Hence, how we have the max pull head. The 18-degree max pull we do is for a conventional head that they have to run in the rules. They have to run a conventional style head. Well, we called it a max pull because we designed it for the truck pullers. So even though we sell it to drag racers and things like that, originally it was done for that. And the one-piece bar and everything for that 10,000 RPM in 24 seconds certainly helps things. And we do take pride choosing the right valve spring and everything else for this. And having the push rod clearance for the larger push rods. So this is an update we did. Ian did an awesome update on this. I think it picked up like 30 CFM. This is a 13-degree set of darts, 12.5 degree. So Brodex makes a head like this too that they copied of this. So, but we updated them for a drag race application. And then he found this P2E intake manifold, and it fits these heads. So this head is the intake port location would be similar to like an 18-degree small block Chevy, 15-degree small block Chevy. But those of you, your drag race guys that have those, if you're a drag race guy, this manifold is very nice. This is a great option for you guys. I don't know the people at all. I've never met them. I've never spoke to them on the phone. But this is a nice manifold. Something like this is probably going to need a 2-inch spacer on it. Big deal. But this is a really nice piece. So pretty cool. He's going to make big gains between the head and a good intake, because we'll port this. We'll have probably about 35 hours in this to make it really nice for him. And then we're just filling up. This is a set of LSs that, I don't know. And honestly, I just feel like the guy stole from him, because he said he was a cylinder head porter. He knew nothing about cylinder head porting. He took material out where he shouldn't. He left it where he shouldn't. We're salvaging everything for it, for sure. So we've done everything we can to the head to try and make it good. And now we're on to the intake manifold. We'll get that ported, and this guy will be all set. But yeah, man, just buyer beware. Be careful, everybody. If it's cheap, it's probably cheap for a reason. Don't do it. Don't do it. And of course, all the other stuff here. We've got a blower manifold here. So this is a big 9 blower manifold. So big 9 roots blower. Always, I think these things are always cool to do. Indy makes that manifold for us. Super nice. They're wonderful to work with. That lady over there has really got her act together. And then we have, this is for our 4400 symmetrical cylinder head. It's also for our billet small block Chevy head. We have versions of this that look just like this for our LS heads that we sell now, with the, that high-end stuff that we do on the LS, and our small block Ford. So that's an 8-degree NA, 210 degrees, a 12-degree, and we do 4150s for the endurance applications, dirt racing, things like that. But yeah, so they all look similar to that though. And then we have John at CID's intake manifold here. So those of you guys that don't want to do the billet intake, we can make this stuff fit. We use a lot of John's CIDs. He's an incredible vendor, great to work with. Just a good, honest, nice guy too, and that's always nice. But so you can see this is, so it's got the bar here and everything for the fuel injection, and yeah. So there's another one of John's CIDs here, manifolds here too. So yeah, we still use a lot of that stuff, even though we do the billets. The billet option isn't for everybody. But it is always a good option though. The power's better, the weight is significantly lighter, and they're very nice looking. There's definitely some eye candy there. And then just stuff in line. We're putting names on all of these. We also have the other room where there's pallets of castings and everything. We're ready to go for the winter push. But now we're just putting names on people's stuff over here. So this stuff's kind of going to be, all this stuff will be in line to machine. And we ran enough intake manifolds to really, hopefully, we'll do what we can to keep caught up on it. But we came out with so many new billet intake manifolds this year. We made a huge push. And we have, just really excited about it. Man, crazy. We had 14 boxes come in Thursday and Friday of stuff that we have to service for customers. So not new stuff. So if you're looking for stuff to get serviced, I suggest you get it in as soon as possible and get in line. We want the work, so don't be afraid. Send it. We will get it finished, and we will never rush anything. It will be perfect. Got Ian and Bob and Dave doing all that work. I mean, those guys, they're incredible. They do really nice work. So you can see it's rolling in. Lots of work to be done. What we got here? Ian updated a set of these. These are AJPE. This is AJ Billet head. We updated the porting on it and everything. We picked it up 35 CFM on the intake and exhaust. It's huge. Like big numbers. This is for a power adder, so it's going to make a huge difference for him. Mike Moran's building the engine, so we're honored to work with somebody like Mike, well-known engine builder, from the area I grew up. This thing's going to be a big difference. It really picked it up a bunch. So very excited for the customer and the engine builder. It's going to be good for all three of us for sure. This is just some Northeast modified stuff that's just here to be serviced. So no problem here. We'll get all that done for him. And then just a set that's here to be updated too. We got some SB2 heads to be updated. I was going through that yesterday. So going through this stuff, actually it was Friday night I was working on it, but going through this, figuring out what updates we're going to do to it. After looking at all of it, Ryan, this actually came from Hawaii, so that's pretty cool. Where everybody wants to live, I think. At least I wish I could afford it. This is going to be nice. There's a lot of areas for us to pick this up. So I'm very excited. He will definitely see big differences. There's definitely some low-hanging fruit there, but we're going to be able to make, it's going to make some power. And then just checking some other things for him also. So like with him, he doesn't have a lot of valve lift, this SB2, or a lot of camshaft in it. So one of the things I'm going to check, so he doesn't have to buy rocker bars, because sometimes you got to stop the bleeding. You can spend forever, so you got to slow down. So I'll check this with the retainer and locks that give us the most installed height, so he doesn't have to buy a rocker bar or rockers, and then that's going to dictate how much lift he puts in. So just one way, we're just trying to look at everything.
2 minutes left. Just keep talking.
Okay, all right. And this is symmetrical stuff. We're going to do a video on this, Bigs and Eyes. So this is our new symmetrical head. So obviously this is for a nitrous power adder. We got the billet intake manifold for it. The valley tray. And then we got the Jessel rockers. This guy got steel rockers. So look at those beauties. So that goes on this with this big heavy one-piece bar. Heavy is good. You don't want aluminum bar. So that is our this week at MBE. Thank you everybody for joining us, and have a kick-ass week. Thank you.